Welcome in. We've got an exciting matchup this weekend for the Packers. The Detroit Lions are coming into town, and they look really good on film. So this is going to be a tough game, a tough test for the Packers, a division opponent. And let's just dive right into the All-22 scouting report, what I saw in the Lions' most recent game against the Titans, so we can prepare for what we're going to see in Week 9. And the first thing that we're going to focus on are the two running backs. The Lions' run game is looking very, very strong. And I'll just let these clips play in the back. You know, you got David Montgomery here running through contact, even when his face mask is being pulled. And then follows up this next play by scoring a touchdown. And you just see the power when he runs. Right? The red zone offense of the Lions is extremely efficient. Due to this run game, you've got that power, you've got the thunder right there, and then you're going to have the lightning as well with Jahmyr Gibbs. So here you've just got the outside run with Jahmyr Gibbs, gets the edge, gets a first down, and, you know, this is something that they're very strong at. These outside runs when Gibbs are in, and the inside runs when Montgomery is in, and you'll see another big run here on the next play. You got Gibbs in the backfield again. This is going to be somewhat off tackle. And just a huge run up the seam on the sideline for a touchdown. So that's something that Packers are going to have to be ready for, is that thunder and lightning combo from the Lions. The next big focal point is going to be the red zone offense. There's going to be a ton of play action, and you'll see it on all of these plays that I've picked out from their last game. Tons of motion, misdirection. You're going to see another motion here, fake the handoff, and there's nobody there in the flat covering at all. So, you know, Lions do a very good job of showing that power run earlier in the game, and then again, you show this play action, have that motion. Oh, power run. Nope, it's play action. All right, so Lions do a very good job of disguising their offense and forcing you to defend every blade of grass in the red zone area. And then to go with play action when you actually do commit to the run. There you go. You get a toss. Nope, it's not a toss. It's a pass. Ben Johnson, very creative. You got David Montgomery, a former quarterback in high school, able to throw the ball as well. So he can run you over, or he could just lob it over the top here to Laporta for an easy touchdown. You know, do you want to play man in the red zone as well? No, it's going to be tough. You got Raymond coming in motion here on what would look like, you know, a ghost motion, which is coming behind the running back. But instead, he's just going to turn around, and this is the guy that is meant to be covering him. You can just see the space that they create. So again, talking about Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, his creativity, setting up easy touchdowns for the Lions against this Titans team. Just way too easy for them. There is potential weakness on the left side of the offensive line. You've got Decker. For some reason in this game, compared to, you know, previous years, the film that I've seen of him, he just doesn't look as athletic. And he was on the injury report as well. So he's not able to get around the edge. So there is potential that when there is going to be pressure from the right side of the defense, but the left side of the offense, that Goff could be getting sacked, right? So if you have a nice speed rush on the outside, Decker isn't really showing that he's able to move at the moment, and you'll see it again on this play when they bring pressure off that same side. This time, you've got a running back there. Decker does a pretty good job on the linebacker, but you've got a DB rushing Jahmyr Gibbs, and you're able to get a sack out of it. So if there is a weakness on this offensive line, it's going to be on the left side of the offensive line, right side of the defense. And decent job in pass protection, but not able to keep him away from the QB. Now shifting over to the defensive side of the ball, the Lions are the #1 team in terms of their use of man coverage, and this can get exploited. And I'll just show it here as well. You know, they're playing man in this situation. You've got that short motion with a cross, and a safety, single high safety, is helping outside here, and that crosser, that should be a touchdown if this QB throws it up over the top. I don't think this QB recognized that this is, man coverage with no safety help, because this is all green grass up here, and this DB is going to break it up by cutting underneath. So there are chances, right? DB is able to cut underneath there and break it up, but because that DB plays underneath like that, and if the QB puts it up over the top, that's a touchdown. All right, so playing man, you are going to be prone to big plays, and playing man allows them to bring a ton of pressure as well. So you can see at the line as well, they are bringing a ton of pressure. So by relying on their corners, their defensive backs in man coverage, right, there's a boom or bust option for that defense. And you can see that the bust there, right? Once you have guys that are winning one-on-one, and Calvin Ridley had a fantastic game. You see that here. Calvin Ridley with a nice catch one-on-one on one of the defensive backs. So that's just something that you need to keep an eye out for. Looking for all that man coverage, looking for those busts in coverage like you see here. And this team is very, very aggressive. So that over-aggression can sometimes cause problems for them. Here you've got a play action, and that over-aggression is putting two linebackers right here and leaving an open man. So there are sometimes these missed assignments because of the over-aggression, and this is just one of those examples. Leads to a big play for the offense. And here we've got that over-aggression again. Got a couple more examples, but if Malik Willis has to play in this game, we can use that read option, right? So that read option, if it's working with Mason Rudolph, it's probably going to work with Malik Willis. So here you've just got that over-aggression. Getting too far inside, number 53. So he's got to then chase outside, and then pursues again, and is not able to get Rudolph. And since the Titans were playing down very frequently in this game, right, you don't get a lot of runs, so I wasn't able to get a ton of their run defense footage from this game. But here, that over-aggression causes issues and creates a cutback lane for Tony Pollard. And you'll see it better from this angle. You'll see the backside linebacker. He's going to over-aggress, get caught up there, and that's going to create that cutback lane for Pollard. And he's able to get a first down on that run. So try to make sure that this team gets a little bit over-aggressive, and you'll be able to get some big plays out of it. And the Lions, of course, put themselves in good positions for takeaways. Here you're going to get some good pressure up the middle, forces a bad throw, and a linebacker is right there waiting for a delayed tight end screen. So they're locked in man coverage here on the right side. He's trying to delay, but he just sits there. And it ends up being a bad throw from Mason Rudolph, but it is a turnover for the Lions. Of course, you've got Kirby Joseph, one of the safeties, one of the top-rated safeties in the league right now. I believe this matchup, according to PFF, 4 of the safeties, if Evan Williams plays, you'll have 4 of the top 5 safeties in the league. And this is just good recognition. We saw that a crossing route earlier that was open, and now Kirby Joseph has fixed his eyes there, right? Instead of helping on this vertical route, he's keeping his eyes focused on this crosser, and it's going to pay dividends for the Lions. So he's just going to step in front of that, get a pick, and put the offense in a good position to score. And it's not just the interceptions. You also have the forced fumbles, and you'll see this here on Ridley. 21 does a good job of punching this ball out and giving the Lions offense good field position yet again. So you'll see the end around, jet sweep, and 21 just gets a good punch there, and Lions defense swarms and is able to get the recovery. And then the last thing is just the explosive returns. So saw this multiple times. I think there are 3 explosive returns in this game, and I'll show you 2 of them. But here's that first punt return. able to find a seam, get upfield, follow his blockers. I think he makes the wrong decision here to cut back, but ends up getting caught by 57. But again, Lions starting in great field position. That's why they're able to put up 40 plus points. And then we've got another punt return by Khalif Raymond. And this one is going to be going back for a touchdown. And you can just see he's willing to field the punt even at the 15 and able to just scream up the field. This time, punter not going to have a chance, and he takes it in for a touchdown. So special teams are also going to be a huge impact in this game. All right, so those are all the clips that I'm going to be looking at. It's tough to find many weaknesses in this team, especially looking at this past game. That was probably their most complete game that I've seen this year from them. And they're an aggressive team. They play fast. They're well coached. I'm hoping that it's just a good game. But at the moment, I think I give the Lions the edge here. I think they'll probably walk away with a win, mainly because of the question marks with the Packers and their health, right? You have multiple starters on defense that are not participating in practice. You've got Jordan Love, who is, recovering from multiple injuries. So not too sure how the Packers are going to handle this, but we have been surprised before, right? Last year on a Thursday night game, Packers had a ton of injuries. Everyone was writing them off, and they're able to win that game. So it depends on the energy that they bring, and I'm just hoping for a great game. So I will see you guys in the next video, which is breaking down the Packers offense. Hopefully it's a Packers victory, but we'll see. I appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.